Hi everyone. This video is going to be related to setting up your Qualtrics surveys. So you've all been collecting your scales that you need to conduct your 290 projects, but the website that we're going to use to collect data is Qualtrics. You all have access to Qualtrics as Dominican students, but the first time you go, you're going to need to set up your account. So please go to the Qualtrics website and get that set up soon so that I can share a template with you that's really going to speed up your ability to get these surveys up and running. So I've already logged into this particular template. So this is a same kind of template that I used with my students previously. I will share this template with you, and then you'll be able to copy it, and with your group, you'll be able to edit and make your own surveys. So I've put in a little bit here to help you get started. Now, Qualtrics is pretty easy to use overall, and they do have a lot of good documentation that will help you set things up as well. This is not something that students typically struggle a lot with. Everyone's typically been able to get this up and running. I know that this is one more new thing right now, but working together with your group, I think you will all be able to get this done, and obviously with my help, if anything comes up. And I'll be checking all of your individual surveys as well to make sure everything looks good. But let's take a little bit of a look here. So in this template, I've created a block that I call informed consent, where you'll be able to just copy and paste your informed consent that you already created right here. And then I added a second little question that's really the end of the informed consent, asking them if they want to continue participating. And then the first option is, yes, I agree to participate and I'm at least 18 years old. If they click that, they'll be able to continue. But if they select no, I've added a little what we call skip logic to the survey, where it will just automatically go to the end of the survey and they'll be done. So if they say they don't want to participate, it just goes to the end for them, right? So really here, you got to add your informed consent there. The next block that I've added here for you is demographics. Now, most of you didn't include demographic questions in your proposal drafts, but you definitely want some demographic questions in your final proposal. So you want to ask things like age, ethnicity, class year, potentially, and then gender as well are the typical ones. If you have other demographic questions you're interested in, you can add those here, right? But you can group them together in this block, right? And again, Qualtrics is pretty good about showing you options and even filling things in, right? So you can add a new question, right, and ask about gender. For age, I will say for some reason a really common thing is to put kind of age ranges for people to respond, but there's an option for just a question where they can fill in, right? So you can ask them to just give their age in years, right? And if you're having trouble with that, right, just let me know. I can work with each group individually, but I want to give you some time to get going on this on your own. And then I added a few example blocks for different scales, right? So you can name these based on the scales that you're using, right? And some of you have many more, right? Everyone has more than two. Some of you have more than others. And so you can just add new blocks under there where you will be able to add your scales. And one thing I'll say is that when you're adding those multi-question scales, whenever you're editing a question, there's a little box over here that'll pop up and you can change the type of thing. And a matrix table is what you want to do for those Likert scales. You'll notice a little example pops up in the upper left there where you'll be able to kind of edit how long the scale is and then list the number of questions under that. So you have to type in the questions for your different scales, but Qualtrics does a lot of that formatting for you, right? So give that a shot. And again, if you're having trouble with that, just let me know and we'll work through it together. And then the last little bit here is the debriefing form, which again, you can copy and paste in based on that. So you can create a question there and it'll just be a text entry type of option. So it's really not that complicated once you figure out the basics of how to use it, right? And again, Qualtrics has a lot of information there to help you with building these types of surveys. So again, please create your Qualtrics account, log in, hopefully today or tomorrow. Kids running around, woo! um, and we'll get this going as soon as we can. Again, I moved the proposal deadline until Sunday night, right? So you have a little bit of extra time. But in order to make this as valuable as possible, I do want to make sure that we get your surveys up and running by early next week. Um, you're going to have a lot of time to collect data, right? We're not doing experiments, we're just getting this survey data. And well, a lot of people are going to be home looking for things to do. So hopefully we can get some good sample sizes for your surveys this semester. I know that other psychology faculty members are going to be willing to share these, right, and to give their students hopefully some sort of incentive to do it. But we'll see. It's always different every semester. So please, I know things are crazy right now. Let me know if you're having trouble, right? I'm here to help you. We're going to get as much out of this class in a virtual format as we can. But this is one of the big next steps that we need to get to this week so that we can keep moving forward. So please let me know if you have any issues. And again, I'm going to have Zoom drop-in meetings Wednesday, that's tomorrow, and Thursday at 9:15 a.m. So you can just pop in and ask questions. That'll be open to everybody. So there may be more than one person in the room. But if you need help with Qualtrics, if you need help with the activity on Chromebooks Alpha, which is a challenging one, but it's an important one, please just come ask questions or send me an email, right? Still here, even though we can't meet in person, we can still get a lot done. All right. Stay safe, stay home, and talk to you all soon.